It is a document that would establish virtually absolute elective monarchy in the form of the mayor, the mayor's office. Indeed, I think it is a profound mistake to talk of this proposed charter as a mayor and town council form of government, because there are precious little ways in which the town council would exercise any kind of independent jurisdiction or effective authority were this charter to be implemented.
Linda.
Well, as the third person that is opposed to this charter, I am actually puzzled as to why the other 6 are voting for this, because we had a significant number of resource speakers that came and spoke, that we invited to come in and speak to us. We listened to, that included our department heads, employees, the appropriations committee, the select board, and the school committee as well. And other than our tax collector and our town clerk treasurer, which are elected positions, they very aggressively spoke in favor of a mayor and asked that their positions remain elected as well. But everyone else spoke of the need to have a professional, and even these 2 individuals spoke of the need to have a professional at the helm so that they can do their jobs, that we need somebody, as Sheila indicated, with authority to carry out the day-to-day responsibilities and to keep us on the financial good track that South Hadley is fortunate enough to be in today. And our outside speakers all talked about the need for that. Even the mayor of East Hampton, who was actually the only mayor that we did have to come in as a speaker, talked about the fact that he has a financial officer who deals with that. We are not proposing a financial officer in this charter. So there is no other conclusion that I could come to for what is best for South Hadley, but to put in place, to recommend that we have a town manager, a strong town manager, that can deal with that day-to-day authority, and then have the town council, which would be the liaisons between the residents and town government. But I'm in the minority on that.
The list of reasons why I'm opposed is very long. There are 2 or 3 big reasons why I'm opposed to it. The biggest reason why I'm opposed to it, and Connie's used the word a couple of times tonight, is that there seems to be a sentiment, an attitude in town, that town needs to be run more expeditiously. She used the word expeditious twice in terms of referring to a town council, a city council replacing town meeting and being able to meet on a much more regular basis. In my opinion, that's a wrong-headed idea. Government, whether it's municipal, state, or federal, should not be expeditious, should not be able to move at lightning speed. Government, by its nature, in my opinion, must move slowly, must move deliberately, and must have all kinds of firewalls in place to guard against the commingling of political and administrative responsibilities. In my opinion, in a town of our size, in most communities in this state, there is not the likelihood that on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, on a permanent basis, that through the political process, we will be able to select that wonder person who is going to be a terrific administrator and at the same time be able to sufficiently and spectacularly represent the political will of the people. I think it's simply wrongheaded to think that that person may exist, that person may be in this room, that person may exist once or occasionally, but to think that that person is going to be there consistently, I think is simply not correct. So if I had to pick one overriding reason why I'm opposed to this, it is that with all of the faults of our present government, and we are a democracy, and we all know what Winston Churchill said about democracies, right? That democracy is the worst form of government there is, except for all the rest, okay? And to suggest that what we have now, with all of its faults and all of its deficiencies, can be replaced by some sort of an organization that is just going to get things done, snap your fingers and it will be done, I think is a very dangerous proposition. I think we are in excellent shape relative to almost every other municipality that you want to look at in the state of Massachusetts, and the facts bear that out, and both financially and from a service point of view. And I think to simply throw that out because our government needs fixing, instead of fixing it, we're going to replace it, is simply wrong-headed. So I'll leave it at that.
Take pride in attending 99% of the school committee meetings, but I don't remember the school committee sitting down with the charter commission and meeting over this. Or maybe I wasn't informed because I certainly wasn't there.
They were invited,
Oh,
along with the.
We never got the invite,
schools.
but the school committee never met with you. That being said. Well, okay.
That everybody's clear on that. In the 9 months that this commission has existed, the Charter Commission spent approximately an hour with the superintendent of schools, and later that evening invited members of the school committee, along with members of appropriations and select board, to meet as a group. I believe we had one school committee member present there, but it should be made clear that at no time did the Charter Commission request an opinion of the school committee, only of individual school committee members. And at no time subsequent to the one day when we asked for testimony from school committee members and the school superintendent, did the Charter Commission ever deliberate over the findings from those discussions until after the vote had already been taken to recommend a mayor. And I think that hopefully accurately answers Mrs. Miller's question, which is what deliberations did we take and when did we take them?